So we're going to keep working with inequalities. Doing a lot more with the systems today than just a singular one, but still works out kind of the same way. So go ahead and give this one a try. Which system of inequalities is graphed? Sir E? B is correct. So a few different ways you can look at this. The way I was doing it or looking at it, we got our solid line, and it is shaded above the solid line. All right. I can answer this problem just with that. Solid line with a positive slope shaded above. So if we look at A, this would be the solid line, right? That would be shaded below. That would have a negative slope. So that eliminates A. If I look at B, this is my solid line right here. That is shaded above. That has a positive slope. So B works. If I look at C, that one is shaded above the solid line, but that has a negative slope. So that eliminates C. If I look at D, this is my solid line here because it's got the line under the inequality sign. That one's shaded below. D is out. So that's the only bit of information I really needed to determine on that one. If I would have looked at the dotted line has a negative slope and is shaded below. And you can see B works with that as well. Our dotted line is below, negative slope. Everybody kind of follow? So if this line were an equation, that would be x equals -3. Vertical lines are x equals. Kyle? C is correct. So like I said, this is x equals -3. Okay? We hadn't really seen one yet with a vertical or a horizontal line like that. So with a vertical line, it's actually kind of easier to tell whether it's greater or less than. It's shaded this way. If we think of this like as a number line, going to the right is greater. So we need x greater than or equal to -3. Okay? Everybody okay with that part? Then our other line, we are shaded above. So if I look at A right here, you can see that's going to be shaded below. C, that will be shaded above because we have to flip it because it has a negative y coefficient. Okay? Any questions on that? It's just kind of taking the process and piecing through the little bits of information we know about how these work. Dotted or solid line, positive or negative slope. You can look at the y-intercepts, whether it's shaded above or below. A lot of that just kind of works your way through the problem. I probably should have put this one first. Sydney. D is correct. All right, so this is a good example of it. Like, we got a dotted line, right? If we have a dotted line, that means our inequality symbol won't have a line under it. It'll just be less than or greater than, okay? In this case, we are shading above that line. Well, you kind of think C first, because that's greater than, right? Above is greater than usually. Why is it not C? Yeah, we got a negative Y coefficient. The negative Y coefficient means we got to flip it. D's got the same thing. Also have to flip that one. That's why it is shaded above like that then. Everybody good with that?